Hello, this is Darren again. Welcome to my mental health information and awareness channel. Now today's topic is a final look at the flying monkey, the agent of the narcissist, those who collude with abusive people and their agendas. Now in previous videos we've looked at why the narcissist recruits agents, the type of people they recruit, and the different roles they have. Then in the second video, we looked at how they go about recruiting these people to do their dirty work for them. So in this video, we're going to look at different ways to handle them. Now, if there's anything useful in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And please check out the previous videos on this subject, as well as my other videos on mental health related topics. Just to make you aware though, this video is not a substitute for therapy. Now, let's get to it. How to deal with flying monkeys. Now, first of all, if you're in a relationship, a toxic relationship, or you've left it, or you're thinking of leaving it, remember that doesn't necessarily mean the controlling toxic behavior is going to stop. The abuse a victim suffers in the relationship is because in the abuser's mind, they deserve it. But after the victim leaves, the victim is normally vilified. They're painted as the aggressor, the hurtful one. Their reputation, self-esteem, their friend and social support network gets targeted. That is the price the abuser believes the victim has to pay for leaving. So we're going to look at how to handle these agents, these flying monkeys. So are you ready for this? Here goes. By responding, not reacting. Now, maybe that's not what you expected to hear, but looking for a witty comeback, something that's going to put them back in their box, something that's going to have people believe your version of events, have them switch sides suddenly. That's a losing battle. So you handle them by responding, not reacting, because remember, when you react, they have control, but whenever you respond, you're the one in control. So, how do we respond? Well, first of all, you keep your integrity. You have self-respect. You know your version of events. Chances are they know the truth as well. Really, do you really have anything to prove to these people? People who have set out not to believe you. So be polite. Be assertive, not aggressive. Be charming. Be respectful. Let's have a look at how this works with the different types of flying monkeys. First of all, there are those who just blank. Those who walk past the victim on the street, don't make eye contact, just ignore them. Don't even answer whenever they're spoken to. And that can be hurtful, of course it can. But remember, that says more about them. Now, we don't have to like it. We don't have to fear their rejection either. So let's look at it from another angle. Why not just acknowledge perhaps you misjudged them? If the opportunity comes up, now you don't necessarily have to go looking for the opportunity, but if the opportunity comes up and if it's appropriate, why not just let them know you're disappointed? Sometimes we need to look at the caliber of some of the people we fear rejecting us. Are these the type of people we really want to accept us? Next up is the malignant type of flying monkey. They're every bit as abusive and nasty as the narcissists themselves. They love gossip. They love to accuse. The narcissist actually a lot of times makes arrows for them to shoot at the victim and then wait for a reaction. When the victim tries to explain their side, defend themselves, whatever, chances are the agents they're laughing in their face. They're watching that reaction. They're watching the victim get flustered, shout, frustrated, and so on. They're feeding off the distress. And they feed off it even more when they report that back to the narcissist. Oh my goodness, they are also very pleased with themselves. And they're going to jump on anything at all, just to have a dig. Somebody gets a haircut, saw somebody eating a piece of toast, whatever. It will be twisted into something that the victim has done wrong, something that they need to be judged harshly for. So, keep your autonomy. Recognize when you're being provoked. Chances are you may be accused of having nothing to say, being cowardly, whatever. So therefore they must be right. Or, you're being distant or whatever. You're ignoring them. You're blanking or ghosting them. But remember, you're already being accused of worse. So be consistent. Be assertive, not aggressive. They're trying to embarrass and frustrate. They will never be convinced by your version, so why waste your energy? Needs be polite. You're not fawning, you're keeping your dignity. And you know what? Okay, just on the side, a little bit of a bonus. It's getting to watch the malignant agent flounder as they struggle with why you're not reacting the way they had hoped. Watch them undermine and humiliate themselves as they leap from one dig to another, hoping for something that's just not coming. It may be hurtful, it may be humiliating, it may be any number of things, but do you know what? Just step back, let everyone see that muppetry in all its glory. Then there are those who target the victim out of fear. You know, please give this person what they want. Do what they say. They're making me suffer. They've threatened me with this, whatever. You know, they're treating me this way because you won't do what they say. Now, do you know what? You can empathize. You can sympathize. But the reality is, the truth is, that's their problem. You are not responsible for any of that. It doesn't mean you don't care. But they're the ones that need to assert themselves. They are the ones that need to manage their boundaries. Just as perhaps you are doing now. You know, if you ever have to say anything to them, the most you ever need to say is, I don't think doing that would be in my best interest. Then there are those who go fishing for information. Anything at all to feed back to the abuser, looking for something to entrap you. You know, sometimes they'll stalk you on the abuser's behalf. Now, these are the people that keep asking you, what do you think? What do you think I should do? You know, what do you think of him? What are you going to say to her? You know, and so on. Doesn't matter what you do, what you say, it's going to be twisted. It is going to be twisted. It'll be turned into something else. You know, if you were to say something like, well, why are you still there? You know, that'll be twisted to, he says I should leave. You know, if they're asking what it is you should do, and you even ask something like, well, have you gotten advice? That'll be twisted into something like, she says I should report you to the police, you know. Remember, flying monkeys are lying monkeys. You know, if you have to have any interaction, every question I ask, you ask a question back. Why is that important? Why is what I think important? Why do you need to know what I think? What is it you actually think? I'm wondering why you keep asking me these same questions. You know, is there something you would like me to say? You know, what is it you think you should do? Other than that, why not just say, I won't be discussing this. End of. Give them nothing. Lastly, there's the naive. Again, the person who doesn't maybe know the whole story, or who just believes the image the narcissist is portraying or whatever. Again, you don't have to give any information. Again, just ask questions. I wonder why you'd believe that. Or they're telling you something, you know, you're accused, something you've been accused of. You know, when did I do that? Why would I do that? Is that how you see me? And so on, you know. And if you find yourself being emotionally blackmailed, you know, this person's in pain because the abuser is in pain or whatever, you know, you find yourself maybe trying to give a little, you know, even just to make them feel a little better, you know, to go back to them or to have some kind of contact with them. Something to remember is why you left in the first place. Don't forget why you left. Hold on to that. You know, if you have to, block phone numbers, block people on social media, have limited, measured contact. Keep yourself safe. But as I said earlier, at all times, be authentic. Stick with your integrity. You know, be assertive. Remember your boundaries. You're not being aggressive. You're looking at what's yours, what's other people's. Don't allow them to turn you into the very thing that they're accusing you of. Don't antagonize. Don't go looking for revenge. Don't go looking for the last word or whatever. You know, and certainly don't put yourself into a dangerous or risky position or situation. Be clear, be concise, be measured. Act with integrity and self-respect. Now, I'm not saying any of this is going to stop them. I'm not going to say this is going to make things better. I'm not going to say it's going to make things worse. But it will starve them. It'll starve them and their ringmaster.